Remember this? Then this. Epic games these were. And yes, we're getting a repeat this year again in the Champions League. Real Madrid is facing Manchester City in what is a repeat of the previous UCL semi-finals. It'll be a very exciting game for us football fans in a completely different context. I know some will cry, but it'll be a very good game to watch. I can't wait. Now I know why Pep was so calm after that shocking exit, because he knew he was going to get his machine gun in Holland, with whom he's pumping the Premier League, and his small Glock Alvarez as a plan B, just in case, just in case. But let me tell you, Real Madrid will completely destroy them again this year, because we are better than them, because we are the kings of Europe. I mean, come on, we're Real Madrid, where we make the impossible possible. And I'm sad for Pep because he'll have to start looking for new money, probably not to buy players this time, but maybe to buy Real Madrid themselves and try again next year. But hey, I'm joking. I'm not serious. In truth, I'm really scared of this City side because it's a completely different team that has nothing to do with the team that was knocked out last time, and you'll see why shortly. But first, let's take a look at the context in which these two teams arrive in this fixture. Manchester City is in great form at the moment, sitting on top of the Premier League table after winning 3-0 against West Ham. They're on a 19 games unbeaten run, winning 16 and drawing 3. They're a team that scores lots and lots and lots of goals with a Haaland on fire. Just take a look at these scores. It's scary. 4-1 against Arsenal, 4-1 against Liverpool, 3-0 versus Bayern, 7-0 versus Leipzig, and 3-0 against West Ham. And they don't concede much either because they have a great defense. But one problem I would like to note about the City side is their away record in the Champions League. It's not that great. As you can see here, they only won 1 game out of 5 in the Champions League when they play away, and that was against a terrible Sevilla side. And also, Kevin De Bruyne is injured. He might feature in this game, but probably will be a little diminished, so look out for that. And don't be surprised if Manchester City don't perform well in this game. Real Madrid is not in great form right now, sitting second in La Liga, which they will certainly lose to Barcelona. But when it comes to the Champions League, it's a completely different story, as we all know. When these players hear the song of the Champions League, they tend to step up and perform better. Few problems Real have though is Militao's suspension. They have a shaky defense and a diminished defense. Luka Modric is also injured. That's a problem. A positive we can take is that Real Madrid, unlike Manchester City, performs very well home and away in the Champions League. No matter what the situation is, they always find a way, and they will be very motivated to do it because they will basically lose the La Liga. The Champions League is the only trophy they can go after this year, so they expect them to be concentrated and motivated to win this game. Benzema, Vinicius, and Rodrigo are all in form. That's a great positive for Real Madrid. Let's quickly take a look at the lineups these two teams may field in this game. Starting with Real Madrid, you can notice the absence of Luka Modric through injury. Also, Eder Militao is suspended, so Tchouaméni will be in that midfield to bring more intensity ahead of Dani Ceballos, and Nacho will come to replace Militao as center back. Looking at the City lineup, you can notice the absence of Kevin De Bruyne. I took him out because he's injured. He'll probably be fit to start this game, and I hope so because I want us to have a great game. But if he doesn't start, don't be surprised. Also, you can notice Kyle Walker is in this lineup. I think he will be used to stop Vinicius. And Bernardo Silva also on that left flank ahead of Mahrez to bring more intensity. We've seen that against Bayern. Great games that Manchester City play. They always tend to play Bernardo ahead of Riyad Mahrez in the Champions League. And one thing I like about this City team now is that Pep has gone out of his ways of overthinking stuff. Back then, he used to overthink and come here to bullshit us with different formations, different tactics on important games. No more. He's been stuck with this formation, I think, for 11 straight games. Kind of like with the same players also. He's been making a few changes, not really significant changes to impact the performance of his City side. Let's take a look at the game plans these two teams may try to employ to win this game. For Real Madrid, it's pretty simple. Take more risk, but not look to win this tie in just one leg, but will take maximum advantage of any City mistake. Kevin De Bruyne's probable absence will also bolster Real to take more risks as City's counters mostly rely on him. Try to stay very solid defensively and allow Haaland less space to exploit as he is very dangerous and can score goals from half chances. Nullify any City threat from creating chances that will lead to goals. Rely heavily on Thibaut Courtois as they cannot stop Manchester City from creating chances in 90 minutes. Suffer in their bad moments but would not look to concede and exploit at maximum their good moments. Use the speed of Vinicius and exploit counters. Real would also look to combine in tight spaces to create chances for themselves. Valverde's presence in midfield will be crucial, will be heavily relied on when Real decides to press or overload City on attacks. Will accept less control in midfield because they don't have Luka Modric, who is more technical. For Manchester City, I don't really know honestly what the plan will be, because Man City is a very dynamic team. All I know is I think they will definitely try to exert pressure and control upon Real Madrid. They will maybe be a little bit more careful not to fall down, just like they did last year against Real or 2 years ago against Real Madrid. And they will maybe try to use Haaland to try to score goals and try to dominate the game and win the game. Basically, that's all. I don't really know what to tell you other than that. But to finalize this, honestly, I think Real Madrid will win this game because of a lot of the things that we already talked about in the video, because we have Vinicius, we have Benzema, we have Rodrigo all in form right now. I think if Real can stay solid, which they probably will, because they will be concentrated and motivated to work hard as a team, as a unit, to work together to just achieve a victory. And Luka Modric is back. When I recorded the previous audios, Luka Modric was not back, and also Nathan Ake is injured. So I expect Real Madrid to win this game, maybe because of my bias, but I don't know. I think because of history also. Just the losers always find a way to lose and the winners find a way to win. It's just what it is. I don't know why, but I think Real again will win this game. And yeah. So yeah, that's all I have for today, guys. I'm not feeling that well today, but all I want you to do is to just leave me your own predictions. Like, what do you think about this game? And we'll come back next week, maybe next week, to talk about it. Maybe not, but yeah, have a great day.